getting ready to go to my dear friend, my talented friend, Raquelle Gracie, who is performing tonight at Authentic Restaurant in Almond-Sale. So she's doing a Valentine's Day acoustic set, and I'm really excited to watch her. And so I thought I would do a get ready with me, you know, because I'm getting ready to go tonight. But also, since it's Valentine's Day, I thought, why not talk about love? And I mean, me specifically, how I found love. So here we go. Hi, I'm Trish. I'm a 53-year-old Filipino American living in the Algarve, Portugal. And here's a glimpse into my life. Okay guys, so I'm getting ready to go to Raquelle's gig tonight at Authentic Restaurant, which is a gorgeous restaurant here in Almond-Sale. And she is going to do a nice acoustic set. And we went to the sound check earlier. She sounded fantastic, so I'm really excited to hear her perform for real. So I thought, okay, why don't I do a little makeup get ready with me, because I haven't done that in a while. Even though I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not really the best with makeup, but I thought, you know what, it's Valentine's Day, so while I do my makeup, I can talk about love, because it's Valentine's Day, and also because I was thinking about it. A few people, some friends, or I guess acquaintances, are not really very close friends, but they're still friends, people that I know that have either separated or divorced recently. And so it just got me thinking about just love in general, because I know we're all sort of evolving, and people, you know, unfortunately in their marriages and in their relationships, they grow out of love. But Ryan and I mean, cross our fingers and thank God, we're actually approaching year 17. So, you know, how exciting and wonderful is that? Because, you know, I feel very lucky to have him. And of course we have Jax, we have a wonderful family. So I thought maybe I would share with you guys, you know, some lessons that I learned before I met him, because I didn't meet him until I was 37. So I was actually quite older. So yeah, maybe that's it too. I honestly, because I was 37 when I met him, I knew exactly what I wanted. And then he kind of came into my life. So, okay, so I'm going to, you know, I normally don't put on foundation, but I figured, okay, this is a nice night out. So I'm going to actually put a little of my Aborian cream, which I love. So I'm going to do that right now. So you saw me spray. I'm such a huge fan of this event. So it just makes my skin moisturized, because everything obviously sets better when your skin is moisturized. So I did that, and now I'm going to use my Arborian. And here's my mirror. But anyway, so I'm just going to slowly, you know, put some on. So I'm using it like cream, a moisturizing cream. It blends so well. And then just kind of, okay, so the next thing I do is I put this primer on, so that when I put my eyeshadow, it will set nicely and stay on for the rest of the night. So here we go. You do that. But anyway, so what I was saying is, so I'm very type A. I'm a type A person. I'm the oldest daughter, oldest child. And yeah, I mean, I went to Wharton, so that's a good sign that you're type A. You know, you go to business school. And so in my previous relationships from college on, I went from my college boyfriend to my business school boyfriend to like right after another boyfriend. So I was on all these like long-term monogamous relationships, where I went from, you know, long-term boyfriend to long-term boyfriend to long-term boyfriend, and they were all type A as well. So in my head, I thought I was supposed to be with a type A person, because I'm a type A person. So you know, my previous boyfriends were investment bankers and a surgeon. So I thought, you know, I'm supposed to be with that type of person. But in the end, I actually ended up with Rye, and he's very much a type B person. So he's He was a surfer when I met him. He's a software engineer, but he's totally laid back, from California. Grew up in Laguna Beach in SoCal, and very chill. So yeah, so you might be surprised that the right person for you is not who you think you're actually supposed to be with. So yeah, the person I would have never, I mean, of course, Ryan's my looks type. He's so handsome. But yeah, in my head, I would never have thought that I would be with a type B person, but he really is what I need for us to balance us out. So, that's perfect. But in the meantime, I'm going to put my mascara on. I had mascara on earlier, but I'm just going to refresh it. So I'm going to do that now. And, you've seen me use this before, but it's ROM and I think, but it's Korean brand. And I really love it because it's kind of like a fiber mascara, so it stays on very well. So I'm just going to do that right now. There we go. Okay, so you guys know that I have lash extensions in, so I'm just going to brush my lash extensions. So they're not, they don't look too crazy. Unfortunately, they're a little crazy, but at least they're, there we go. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my brows. So I'm gonna brush my brows. But anyway, so I told you I was in these monogamous relationships, and I'm from the East Coast. I grew up outside the Washington, D.C. area, and I was living in New York City. I was working at L'Oreal, but then I had always wanted to move to California. I had done this West Coast trip with my business school boyfriend, and I was like, oh my gosh, the West Coast is so gorgeous. Why don't I live here? And I also had a really dear friend who went to business school and to college with me who was living in LA. So I was kind of inspired to move to California. So I had told headhunters when I was living in New York City and working at L'Oreal, if a cool opportunity comes up in Southern California, let me know about it. So anyway, long story short, fast forward, I was dating a guy actually who was from LA, from the LA area, but he moved to the East Coast, and he had wanted to go back to California, but in Orange County, California. And this was now 2002. This was pre-OC Laguna Beach MTV. So I had no idea what Orange County was all about. I had only known about LA and San Diego because I'm from the East Coast. And then I got a headhunter call for this amazing job opportunity where I was launching a few Revlon product lines. So I was like, and it was in Orange County. So I thought, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. It's like my dream job. And it's also in Orange County, California, where my then boyfriend also had wanted to move. So yeah, me, I thought it was fate. But I did go and I interviewed, and I loved it. I interviewed first in New York City with the head of marketing, and then they flew me out to California to meet with the CEO and all the VPs, and I knew instantly that this was my dream job, that I would have all these incredible opportunities, and I was moving to Orange County, California. So I did that. I moved to Orange County, California for this job, and which was good because my relationship did not work out, but it was kind of the catalyst to move me to Orange County specifically, because I had wanted to move to Southern California, but I probably would have moved to LA had I never heard of Orange County. But then all of a sudden, this opportunity came up for a cosmetic company in Orange County, and so therefore I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Yeah, so I moved to Orange County, California, single for the first time in a really long time. I'd always gone, and had all these different kind of monogamous relationships, but I was single. And so I really found myself in California because I wasn't in these long-term relationships that I had gone from, like long-term relationship with, people, type A people that I'd gone to school with, or people, friends of people that I knew with. So it was always, who I thought that I was going to be with. But then when I moved to California, now I didn't know anybody really. I moved to Orange County. I didn't really know anyone, and I moved for my job, and so then I started dating, all these people that I would never think to date because I'm new to California and I don't have my network anymore. So it's not my school network or anything like that. And I met all these cool, interesting people. And because of me dating, so I'm telling my single friends this because I know they get frustrated, but honestly, being single is the best thing. You get to meet all these really different kinds of people. You would never have that opportunity. This is like a really awesome time to just meet. Like I went out with an ex-pro surfer, an ex-water polo player who was in the Olympics. And then of course I dated, the banker, doctors, like construction workers even, and business owners, just different kinds of people. And through all those dates, it made me realize what was truly important to me, and also obviously made me get to know who I am as an individual person. So then fast forward, by the time I met Rye, I really knew what I wanted. And so, and all of a sudden Rye comes along. So, So now I'm going to do my brows. So I'm doing that right now. I just love this pencil, Anastasia, by the way. It is such a great brow pencil. It really is so precise, and I love the color. So it's nice and natural. It doesn't go. It's not like crazy. Because I don't like it when brows look too artificial. But I saw Mallory Roncal, who is Beyonce's makeup artist, and who once upon a time I used to get mistaken for her. So I do follow her on social, and she said just you literally line the top of your brows. So that's what I'm doing. And then I just use this cool brush and brush up. Yeah, there we go. So, okay, and then I finish my brows with this, and honestly, I don't even remember, but I think it's Benefit. And I just brush my brows up, so it kind of sets my brows. So the other thing is, so I was 37 and Rye was 27. I know, I'm such a cougar. But anyway, it's perfect. Actually, I always tell people if there's any age gap that could have happened, 27 and 37 are actually really good. It's a good age gap because, it's not like 17 or 27 or, but 27, 37, it totally worked for us. And I did obviously he was handsome and fit and in great shape. And and also, I hate to say it, but because he was so young, he wasn't jaded in relationships. Not to say that everyone that is past a certain age is jaded in relationships, but he was not. So I like that. It was refreshing. And the best thing of all, I say this to everybody, is I always felt like myself, like from the get-go. I was always myself. It felt really easy and natural. So I can't explain it. It was really easy and natural. And he comes from a great family. I love his parents. I love his family. His mom is one of 6 kids. And my grandma was one of 7 kids, so I come from a huge family as well. So there might be some similarities there. We come, from big families, and we have very close families, actually. So I think, we're maybe different from the outside because he's an introvert, I'm an extrovert, and, you would think that we're kind of different. and we are in some ways, of course, because he's type B, I'm type A, and all this. But at the end, we're also very, very similar, very similar values, very strong families. So it was, very easy. So, and I'm so grateful for that. So, yeah. So now I'm going to put my eyeshadow on. I'm going to, I love this Kylie palette. It's so good. So I'm going to start, I think, with blushing here on the left. Just do this on. But, the most important thing, now, it's going to be 17 years, is communication. I always talk about that. We're actually very good with communicating. So I think that's so key. I wasn't so successful in some of my past relationships with communication. And honestly, you have to know how to fight and argue and get things out. And obviously, also you have to share how you feel and be supportive and loving. And it's all about having good communication between each other. So, so I feel lucky that we do have that, which is, makes for when we do argue, which, is rare, but, every so often. When Jax was born, oh my gosh, I've never yelled at someone so much. But, we were able to get, we are able to argue well together and come to a conclusion. And so that is really helpful for us in our relationship. Okay, so now I'm going to do Better with Time, kind of on my crease. There we go. There we go, Better with Time. Oh my gosh, my skin is so dry. Honestly, that's the thing. It's dry here in Portugal, so my skin is very dry here. And I'm going to then take a darker shade, Burgundy Baby, and put it in the corner. There we go. And then I'm going to finish off with like a glittery, maybe this. Oh my gosh, you're welcome. So, what do you think, you guys? Nice, huh? Okay, and I forgot, I didn't even do my eyeliner, so I'm going to do that right now. I use this Lancome. I like using powder and this kind of pointy brush. It gives me a little bit more control. I'm terrible with pencil. Like for some reason, the pencil doesn't, maybe because my eyes are dry or who knows, but it just doesn't, it's like hard to do. And I'm not very good with a liquid pencil either. So, I like using powder. Back to Rye. He's gonna hate it. Well, I'm not gonna tell him that I'm talking about him. But he's just great. I'm so lucky because, just little thlike, it's kind of like these just little things like he'll make me a smoothie and, he'll like do my laundry or some just little like acts of love and kindness, which is, it's those little things really that make a huge difference. So, yeah. I'll take him any day. I was like, find me in our next life, in our next lives. So yeah, best of all with Jax, he actually is the one who helps Jax with his math homework. So thank goodness for that. Okay. So I have this Clinique, kind of a highlighter stick, but I'm terrible with, highlighting. I actually don't know what to do really. Okay, and then I finish it up with this Pep Balm. Again, I got this, I think, in my Stavana advent calendar, but it's awesome. It's just, I use it all the time. If I put too much, I put it on my lips first, which I squeeze out too much, but then I just, there we go. Perfect. And then, of course, I wash this, so let me shut my camera so I can do that. Okay, so then I finish off with my Shiseido lipstick. It's because it's a deep red and I can wear it at night for events. But anyway, so I've been listening to Huberman Labs, the podcast, Huberman Labs. I don't know if you guys know about it, but I was listening to an episode about, it was with Ari Wallach, and about just he's a futurist. He was talking about future generations, and so he had mentioned something that was kind of interesting. I mean, the next generation, really, they really absorb what you're doing. So like Jax's generation, the next generation after that, it's all, they've picked up traits that you don't even realize. So including like, obviously they see how you are in a relationship, how you're, they see how your parents are, and then it obviously translates to their relationships. And so, yeah, I mean, I feel like, I'm hoping that Ryan and I are doing a good job of modeling, a healthy relationship so that Jax will have healthy relationships. And that's all this brain stuff that, is kind of over my head, but I mean, it does make sense. Obviously, you see, you're kind of what you're familiar with, and maybe in your subconscious, that's what you feel most comfortable with, because that's what you have grown up with. So anyway, hopefully that's helping with Jax. Anyway, I do, as a mom, of course, I just want Jax to be happy. So I hope, that all this will help Jax in the future, and of course our future generations. But yeah, so now I just finished this by lining my lips with this MAC pencil. I love this color. I don't even know what it is, but you can see my pencil that small. But yeah, so yeah, I'm done. That's it. That's it for me. But I will shoot some footage of a little bit of the authentic gig. I mean, gosh, Raquelle she's just so talented. I mean, she's just singer-songwriter. She writes those songs, and now that I'm involved in the music business, I'm so in awe of all these musicians, these singer-songwriters that write and compose their own music. I mean, it's just so talented. So yeah, off I go. But yeah, so happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And I don't know if that was interesting to you to hear a little bit about my life, about my love life, I guess. But yeah, I always find it interesting, and I feel very lucky to have this wonderful relationship. Hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and filled with lots of love and mutual respect and kindness. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, don't forget to share. Okay, guys, I will at the end shoot some video of the authentic gig, so I will include it in this video. Okay, have a great day, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Guys, I'm ready.